Hi, this is David with David's Tutorials and Vlog Channel. In today's video, I'd like to share with you a fun story from way back in my history about the time that I lost a pillow fight with a blind girl. This story happened in about the 1965, 66, 67 time frame, and the way it started was when I very first went off to the University of Florida, fresh out of high school. My dad had told me, well, you ought to be a doctor because doctors, they make a lot of money and they don't have to work quite as much. And I didn't know any better and I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I went ahead and I enrolled in a pre-med course, and that turned out to be a mistake. Even though I really liked science in high school, I liked the biology, I took physics, I took not only basic chemistry, I took advanced chemistry, and I had to go to summer school to take English to make room in my senior schedule so I could take the advanced chemistry class. And I got to college, and you know what? I had never learned how to study before, and taking a very science-heavy curriculum when you very first get to college, when you've never learned how to study, that's not exactly a good idea. And I did not make the best grade point average, and I got put on suspension my freshman year. And so I switched my major to my second love, which was music. And I did fine in music, although I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. That's a whole different story. I'm going to tell you right now that when I very first got into music in my sophomore year, I joined the Gator Band. And of course, the first thing you do when you go to school in the fall, if you're joining the band, is you go marching. And I went out there marching. I enjoyed marching. It was fun, a lot of good exercise, and making good music too. But I noticed out there on the marching field, we had a flute player who was blind. Mostly she played piccolo while marching, but this girl, her name was Leah, she would march between two glockenspiel players. And the girls who played the glockenspiels, they would talk to Leah as they were marching, and they would tell her whether she needed to go a little bit farther forward or backward or left or right or whatever. And of course, when they were playing, Leah could, by ear, have her distance between the two bell lyre or glockenspiel players and the people who designed the drills at that time, which are nowhere near like the drills of today, the marching drills. They designed the drills to accommodate the two bell lyre players, the glockenspiel players, and Leah. And it worked out really great. And I was just mightily impressed that this girl, the flute player from Miami, Miami was like mystery territory to me, that she would get out on the field and march with everybody. And she did a great job of it too. I was just very impressed by it. Well, time went by, and eventually I just wanted to introduce myself to her. She was 1 or 2 years ahead of me. I don't remember what. So, I mean, she was an older person. And as a sophomore, then I was a little bit skittish about approaching an older person. But I went up to her and I said, "Hi, Leah, my name's David, and I play mellophone." And she said, "Oh, hi, David." And we talked a little bit. And then the next time I wanted to chat with her, I just, "Hi, Leah, this is David." I know she can't see. And the thing is, I had never met a blind person before. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know what to be able to say or do. I very much did not want to step on toes or hurt somebody's feelings or stick my foot in my mouth. But this just fascinated me that this girl had the absolute courage to get out there and march when she couldn't see anything. And so I just got to know her a little bit better, and we would chat off and on. And about the third time I came up to her, I said, "Hi, Leah, it's David." And she said, "Oh, yeah, I recognize your voice." "Oh, man, that is really cool." And it reminded me of something my mother had told me, is that when people are missing one of their senses, often their other senses get more acute to make up for it. And that was what came to mind when Leah said she recognized my voice very quickly without having us talk that much before. So in any case, we were friendly acquaintances for this year and the next year. And in a previous video, I'm going to put a link in the upper right-hand corner there to that video. I had a friend who was a girl, and she wasn't a girlfriend, she was more of a pal, and we just liked doing things together, but we never dated. And this girl, Kathy, and Leah, and two other girls, they got an apartment off campus together. And so they were living together. And Kathy and I were going to be doing something one evening. We were going to either go to a show on the campus, or we were going to go eat dinner somewhere or something with a bunch of people. And I went over to Kathy's house, their apartment off campus, and Kathy wasn't ready, but Leah was there. I don't remember if Leah went with us. I don't think she did that time. But I was sitting down in the living room talking to Leah as Kathy was in the back getting ready. And me being me, I made some kind of smart, snippy remark, ha 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 ha. And Leah said, "Oh, you," and she picked up this throw pillow off the couch where they were sitting, and she threw it at me, and she hit me with it. I said, "Hey, not fair." And I picked it up and I threw it back, and I missed. And she heard it hit the wall beside her head, and she grabbed it, she threw it back at me again, she hit me again with it. But that was just how I lost a pillow fight with a blind girl. But Leah was a very fine person. I don't know where she is today. If she was ahead of me in school, then she's probably a year or two older than I am, and I'm no spring chicken anymore. I will always hope that she did well in life, that she found the right person in life, that she found a fulfilling career. And she taught me a lot about how to interact with people that you don't know how to interact with. Basically, she's just a person like you and me, except that she just can't see. And we were going somewhere off campus one time, from the music building to, I think, a lunch place off campus. And she said, "Let me just take your arm." And no hesitation at all. I said, "Oh, sure, no problem." And I kind of moved over to her and I held my arm out, and she grabbed it with no hesitation. And so I started walking, and I was kind of going slow because I didn't want her to trip over anything. And she said to me, "Oh, just walk at normal speed. I'll be fine." And it was like, oh, okay. And so I did, and she was fine. And it was just a very enlightening and delightful experience for Leah to teach me about interacting with people like this. And you will find, if and when you interact with people like this, that they're just people like you and me. It's just they got one little aspect of them that's different, but that's all there is to it. So we just treat them like real normal people. And I think this goes for pretty much anybody you meet, because my belief is that most people in this world are just basically nice people. And if you give them a chance to be nice and you're nice to them, then they'll love you for it. Anyway, that's all I've got. If you like this video, you know what to do. Give me the thumbs up so I know you like the video, and I'll be encouraged to keep making the videos. Leave me a comment down in the comment section below if you've had to interact with somebody who is blind or who is deaf or has some other disability, and tell me what you learned about that, and let the other people who are reading the comments know that as well. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you're not a subscriber, why not go ahead right now, click that subscribe button and then the bell icon so YouTube will let you know when I post another great video right here on David's Tutorials and Vlog channel. Meantime, everybody have a marvelous day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.